Hey, Wompsters, I need everyone to drop what they're doing and check out the new season of The Amazing Gale Pile.
The Amazing Gale Pile, Apocalypse Soonish on Amazon and CBC.
Now, if you don't know about this show, it's a comedy series about the dangerous and sexy life of a TV home shopping host, Gale Pile, and it is hilarious.
Slate.com called it a Lynchian stew of the absolutely mundane and the totally horrific.
And you know, this series has featured appearances by all of your faves. Paul Scheer, Jack McBrayer,
June Diane Raphael, John Daly,
Scott Thompson,
Rich Fulcher,
Esther Povitsky, and the voice of John Hamm.
Oh, that sounds right up my alley.
Every season, including The Amazing Gale Pile, Apocalypse Soonish, is streaming now on CBC and Amazon.
Or head to apocalypsesoonish.com.
Oh, happy Easter, y'all. You have some of those chocolate eggs? Because I did. Now I whop up the jams, whop it up. I'm on a sugar crash, so I might start crying at the drop of a hat. Because I ate 7 chocolate bunnies all to myself, and then I fell into a diabetic slumber. So get ready for that.
Are you diabetic?
No.
So you weren't in a diabetic slumber.
No, but I feel like the amount
blood
of
sugar
chocolate,
crash.
the amount of chocolate that I consumed would have caused me to have diabetes for just one day.
Don't. What is that?
Les Mis. Because it was a real situation. I really tasted the rainbow of emotions yesterday.
Yeah, an up and a down.
I was chasing the dragon, and now I'm depleted.
Who gave you an Easter basket? Because that's unusual.
I gave it to myself.
What did you do? Go to the dollar store and load up?
No, there was a gentleman selling pre-wrapped Easter baskets out of his van on the corner of
Vincente.
San Vicente and Lincoln.
Uh-huh.
And I pulled over because I knew Diane and Seth weren't going to get me anything.
Not you. They got one for the toddler.
They got 3
right?
for the toddler.
Okay.
One was
Castaway.
Yeah, Castaway. I have I don't even know how old she is now. 3.
Is it a girl
Yeah.
named Castaway?
Yeah.
I thought it was a boy.
No, it's a girl.
Okay.
Which is even more hurtful.
Yeah.
But yeah, they gave her 3 because they had one for when she woke up and then one for the church thing that they all went to.
You didn't go with them to church?
I wasn't invited. I was sleeping. What happened was I woke up early, like 5:30 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
I found that van.
Yeah.
I bought
What'd you do, ride your Razor scooter over there?
Yeah, I rode my Razor scooter over there. I got 5.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is not premium chocolate.
Can you do me a solid? I want you to wrap what it felt like when you woke up and saw what was in your basket.
No.
I want you to wrap what was in your basket.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. It's Easter, y'all. And you got a counterfeit basket. Whop up the jams, whop it up. I unwrap my basket. And there be chocolate-covered peeps. And a bunch of smarties. Just 1,000 little smarties loose. And some Brock's jelly beans. Because you know that those were from last year. I want to suck on those peeps.
Okay, all right.
Eat the chocolate eyes. Suck on those peeps.
They have chocolate eyes?
Little tiny chocolate eyes.
Chocolate-covered peeps.
Yes.
That sounds disgusting.
It was fucking delicious. But I knew as it was going in, it wasn't going to be good for my emotions because you know I run hot. Anyway, so that's it. I'm going to bring about 4 to 6% today.
That's all right. Here, I got you a basket.
Oh my God, what are these, quail eggs?
Yeah, real quail eggs. Keep them warm. And you'll have some quails.
Whoa.
That's right.
What am I going to do with these quails? Hey, you better not let your cat army get a hold of these.
That's why I'm giving them to you. Safer in your Harry Potter bedroom than behind the Jersey Mike's.
You know what? I want to get to Hot Topics because I know you did some traditional Easter activities.
That's right.
Which involved hunting for eggs.
Yeah.
For real eggs.
That's right.
And you did some sacrificing, I know. Like you did some Celtic spring rites. Is that right?
I did Celtic spring rites, and I also reenacted the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
You did?
Yes.
Where did you do that?
For a whole weekend, I lived in a cave.
Oh, my God. And then you emerged?
Yes. 3 days later.
Wow.
Roll the stone away. Do you know how hard it is to roll your own stone away?
Did you have your cell phone in there? Because what if you hadn't been able to roll the stone? Who would have known?
I'm not worried about it.
Where was this
Have you
cave?
seen these guns?
Was it
Not talking about arms. I'm talking about arms, you know?
Yeah, the arms race.
You got it. You got it, and you get it.
Between your left and right bicep. Guys, I don't think anything that comes out of my mouth is going to be funny today.
Well, already you've referenced diabetes, which is exciting.
Not funny.
It's not funny. Certainly not.
Thank you. Someone just brought me a little
But
hot cup of
I
Joe.
feel like maybe don't drink coffee. You shouldn't be having that.
And it's a flavored creamer.
Talk
That's what
about
she
a
said.
crish crash. Crish crash, I was having a crash.
Nope, see? Not funny.
Not
Just
funny.
words.
Not funny.
So you've essentially been in a cave for 3 straight days.
I was, yes.
Your eyes are very light sensitive today. Is
Yes.
that why you're wearing those
That's why I'm
Stevie
wearing
Wonder
these
glasses?
lentes, a.k.a. gafas.
Yeah.
Yes. Spanish for sunglasses.
Well, I can't wait to hear more about that. Guys, if you're wondering what you're listening to.
Oh, yeah. Tell them what they're listening to.
This is Womp It Up. My name is Marissa Wompler.
Yeah.
I don't know how old I am, but I'm a senior at Marina Del Rey Public High School. This is my senior podcast project.
That's right.
We're in the library. Judy Toots, just want to give everyone an update.
Yeah.
Has not been seen since our podcast. When we had this is our librarian who was in the witness protection program. We don't know if she's been relocated.
Right.
We don't know if the mob has gotten to her.
Yeah.
We're waiting for a sign. Mm-hmm. The last we saw, you had gotten her on your back and crawled through the air conditioning vents.
That's right.
You
to
got
get
her
out of
out.
here. I did get her out. I got her into a safe place, and I got her into some hobo clothes, and she was living
She was riding the
on
rails?
the wharf.
Oh, she was undercover. Okay.
Undercover on the wharf.
But you haven't seen her since.
Well, no. And I had her, I have a whole network of hobos that I was able to,
of course,
get her from hobo to hobo.
Of course.
But I also suggested if she
It's like the Underground Railroad of hobos. Is that right?
That I could be able to, yeah, exactly.
So do we think she's safe?
If we haven't heard about her public death, I think we can assume she's safe.
All right. So everybody at home, I want you to put a Google alert out on Judy Toots. Mm-hmm. Toots, nay splooge.
Well, that was her cover name, right?
Right. But that's all we can go by. So if anyone hears of her
she
or
also
sees
gave her full name as well. So it could be her legal name.
All right. Well.
Anyway, yeah.
So at any rate, here we are in the library.
Yeah, I'm Charlotte Listler. Her soul mentor, her sister from another mister, her guide, her spirit guide.
And I mean,
and also technically your teacher.
My education, my gifted and talented teacher is what I would have said in the Stars Academy, aka Spaz Academy. Although our guest today is throwing a bit of a hiccup in the system because he actually is telling me he's a gifted and talented teacher here at Marina Del Rey Public High School.
What we can't say is he's the gifted and talented teacher because he is one of the gifted and talented department.
He said the gifted and talented teacher, which makes
I know he wrote that on the form
and
that
I'm
you
starting to get
handwrote and
concerned.
asked him to fill out moments before this.
I was told that we were in a gifted and talented program.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to worry what actually is our program.
You're just starting to worry?
Yeah. Because I think I've been sold a bill of goods here. Because I think
you didn't pay
I was
me
supposed
anything.
to be in his program. If I'm so gifted and talented, like you tell me every night when you brush my hair before I fall asleep, you is kind, you is smart.
I'm not there brushing your hair, so whatever warm lap you're laying on, just FYI, watch out for that. Okay? Please.
Anyway.
Introduce him. Did you tell what this is, though? It's your senior podcast project?
I already said that. Hey, have you been asleep? I know you've been in the cave, but you have risen, okay? Eyes open. This is our gifted and talented teacher at Marina Del Rey Public High School. His name is Maximillian Berger III. Mm-hmm. He goes by Mr. B.
Or Dr. Berger.
Or Dr. Berger.
Either one is fine.
Okay. And I'm interested to see, what kind of things you're doing. You're upstairs. Now, we're in the basement.
Sure. I'm up in the tower.
And you're up in the tower. Nice light.
Beautiful.
That's some
all
wet
natural light.
Yeah, you have a view of the ocean.
My eyes are very sensitive to fluorescence, so that was one of the conditions to come here. Was
Wow.
Now, where did you transfer from? Hogwarts?
no
Nailed it.
Hogwarts, not a real school. I was
Wow, he nailed
based
it.
on a real
He
school.
nailed it. Is
I was
it?
at a school in South Bend, Indiana, working with their gifted and talented program, and then the school board here in Marina Del Rey kind of wanted me to come in clean house. They thought that maybe they'd been a little loose with who they were accepting into the program.
They thought that, huh?
Wow.
Was the email I got.
Wow. And
And who was that email from? Was that email from Marjorie Buttons?
Yeah, that's right.
Don't get.
That piece of
Hey,
shit.
Madge Buttons and you have had such.
I'm not interested.
Listen,
Not
she's a
interested in her.
secretary. She's 117 years old.
Yeah,
okay?
what is she doing dealing with curriculum and hiring and HR? She's not HR. She doesn't know what we do and what we don't do.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Hey.
we
Seems
digress.
great. All the interactions I've had.
Over
Well,
email.
you guys should be having a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah,
'cause you're
we've
both
already had-
educators
we've
and the
already-
gifted
Great.
and talented. So I'm really excited for this exchange of
I'd love to
ideas.
talk rubrics, with you.
Rubik's cubes?
Rubric.
Because we did a
Rubric.
lot of the Rubik's cubes and we didn't figure it. We just painted over it.
We did. That was your solution, creative solution.
Exactly.
Everybody had their own creative solution.
Solved it.
Oh god.
Painted it over with nail
Hey,
polish.
Marissa, can I talk to you for a second? Dr. Berger, could you reach down there and grab those Twizzlers? Thanks.
Sure.
Can I talk to you?
Yeah. Why are you being so?
Can you just try today? Just try.
What do you mean? I'm
just
trying.
Top of your intelligence. Do you know what I mean?
I'm doing that.
When I say rubric, don't say Rubik's Cube.
We
solved it. We solved it. Okay.
It seems like they're nailed to the floor.
Oh, the Twizzlers?
That's a test.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding. You succeeded.
That's a test.
Wow.
Sometimes
You're testing. I'm normally testing students.
Right,
You're
but
testing
now
me.
you're in the hot seat, Dr. B. That's the thing. Sometimes she
tables.
nails different candies around the room to see if I can figure out a way to get them out.
Most of the time, I just see her butt up 30 minutes down with her face on the candy, and when I look, it's gone.
That's
Just
right.
Only
That's
a
pretty
nail
Am I
left.
going to eat it around the nail? You know, a lot of the things that Listler does, which you just told me over a Jersey Mike sub the other night,
That's
you
right.
take from what they did with Coco the gorilla. Is that right?
Yeah.
Different things where they would hide, different fruits in boxes, and to see if she could get it.
I
get
feel
it
like
out
some
a
of
box.
the techniques that I flock to really are basic, things that a child would learn if they knew that there was unconditional love.
Okay.
Which was absent
familiar
in
with that
Marissa's life.
approach.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's familiar with it. Yeah,
Great.
'cause you
I
went,
don't
where
approve
did
of
you
it.
go? Harvard? Yale?
Well, I have an interesting story where
wait to
I
hear
was a
it.
gifted and talented kid as a child.
Student, sure, as we all were.
3 years old, I read at a 8th grade level.
Wow!
At
So
3
you were
years
reading
old.
Johnny Tremaine. What
There
was
a
on
lot
the
of-
list?
Yep, the silversmith.
Yes, The Crucible.
The Crucible I
Yeah.
was reading at 3.
Why is it all?
And I didn't understand a lot of the themes.
1700s
Right.
literature.
That's what I was reading in 8th grade. That's before I don't know how to read anymore. She's broken me down to the point where I'm
You
like
could if you
Nell.
needed to.
Did you ever see the movie Nell?
Oh, yeah.
That's like me.
Well, I'm somewhat sympathetic because a lot of why I went into working with gifted and talented kids is that I didn't have a program like that. And
Got it.
so I was one of those kids you hear about that I was so gifted and talented.
So where were you getting those books?
Well, at that point, it's like I could go to my local library. But then
As
eventually,
a 3-year-old,
as
you
a
would
3-year-old,
just
I was very
get to your
independent.
local library on your own?
I had the bus schedule, and I figured it out.
What were your parents like?
Well, it was just my mom,
Oh.
and she was a professor of classics,
Whoa.
but not home a lot.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
she would just leave me with a book that she thought
With like Aristotle
appropriate.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
she'd leave me
I
with
don't know
the
who that is.
poetics.
I don't know where
Oh,
that came
interesting,
from.
but you knew the name.
Pretty good.
Again.
And then
Yeah.
I'd try to figure it out. But by the time I was in high school, I was reading at a PhD level.
Wow.
And then it started going down
Wow.
because I wasn't being stimulated. So now I'm reading back at like an 8th grade level.
I'm so confused.
So you're back on Johnny Tremaine,
I
seeing it through
back
an
to
adult's
where I
eyes.
started, yeah.
Right.
And now the themes make sense to me. But even some of the words, I've sort of lost them.
Well, if you don't speak it every day.
That's true.
Wow. So you're what you're here to do is to make sure that doesn't happen to
That's
the other
my goal.
kids. Now, who's in this class?
Well, right now, no one has been accepted.
Oh, they're still trying out.
I've
Are there
done-
slots? I'd love to throw
Well-
my hat in the ring.
No,
A lot
you're
of
already in a program that's pretty
I'm wearing a
intensive.
beret today.
Yeah.
No one's commented on it.
I wasn't sure if that was something new
thought this
or
was
that
my
was
hair?
your regular.
You thought this was just my hair?
It does have hair on it, which
That's
is
right.
why you might confuse the two.
I put a beret and then I combed what's left of my hair over it.
Okay, I see that.
But that's the kind of thing we do at the STARS program, right, Liz? We do things different.
that's
Yeah, project-based learning. A lot of
We did a Project Runway a whole
wow.
couple weeks where we just got a bunch of bird bones and different types of trash and made costumes out of it.
yeah,
Okay.
and this was the French Revolution, which is why she was already talking Les Mis.
Right.
Yeah.
That's some of the things were emailed to me that was the kind of project currently happening.
Yeah, we were rolling around in garbage.
Yeah.
Right, Liz? Good? Is this the kind of stuff you want me to do?
You're doing great, baby.
Great.
So my main approach is exclusivity, sort of like
Okay. Like a club.
Like
you
a
want
club.
it to feel very, very exclusive.
Exactly.
Not everybody can get in. Also, do you want to make the other kids who are left behind feel like know that they aren't as gifted?
a little bit.
Is that
A
important?
little bit. I
It's
think
kind of like an every child left behind mentality.
Except for the
Almost
ones
every child.
who get in.
Almost
my
every
program
child.
is called Almost Every Child Left Behind.
Great. Great.
A E C L
AECL.
B.
AECLB. That
That's
rolls
my
right off
program.
the tongue.
Great.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, for a lot of kids, it's sort of heartbreaking, but I'm preparing them for real life. We can't all be scholars.
Right.
Someone needs to
Take out the trash.
take out the trash.
Some people need to roll in it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, listen, hey,
I hope you brought your test here because we could both take it.
Sure. It's a pretty short test. I'm
Great.
usually able to know within 10 questions.
Do you have
Wow.
any hot topics that you want to hit? We could dive into that
yeah,
really
let's
quick.
do hot topics for
Okay.
sure. For sure. God, I feel like I'm, in an audition. Must be what people feel like on The Voice. I'm stuck on you.
That's good.
Never seen so.
Came in early, but that's okay. So real quick, you got 1 minute for hot topics. Anything going on with you?
Well, as I told you, I'm gonna go sugar free. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. I gotta get that poison out of my body. So
Okay.
you're probably gonna see a lot of body changes in the next couple
Okay.
weeks.
I don't want you switching to sucralose because that's not good stuff.
No, I'm not gonna do any kind of sugar product. I'm just gonna go.
Agave? Can you have agave
No,
or honey? Because
I'm
those
not-
are actually quite good for you.
If I can find it in the woods,
Let me give
like
you
a
some
Pooh
of my
Bear
honey.
scenario.
I got your honey.
All right.
Some honey in your basket.
Yeah, that's right.
There
That's
is.
right. There is some in my. Oh, here we go. A honeycomb.
Yeah.
There's some bees on it.
Don't worry about them.
Ah!
I'll smoke them out.
All right. Well,
Okay.
yeah. So just maybe some honeycomb. But other than that, I got to really get this body back together because the promposals are
They're
rolling in.
They're pouring in.
pouring in.
We had a drawing come in. You can find
Yes.
that on Twitter. We also had another song come in for me.
Yes. For you, they
Which
don't
we'll
want you
play
to
a
feel
little later.
left out. But so
Well, or else they just like me.
and I think prom, is the time that I'm really going to let myself, just be my best self. Because this may be the last prom I have. This may be when I graduate.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully.
I thought you were going to die.
No, I hope not.
I don't want that.
I don't want that either.
Okay.
Why? Is there like a price on my head or anything?
No, this could be the last prom I ever have kind of thing.
Yes,
that's what you
hopefully
said.
I will graduate. And that will be it. So I want to be in my best shape and, get ready for swimsuit season.
Totally.
And so I'll be tweeting pics of
Tankini
myself,
season. Yep.
slimming down. And I want to have a weekly weigh-in.
Yeah, like Jillian Michaels.
Yeah. And here's a marker. And I would love you to just circle all the areas of my body that you think I
No,
need to work on.
I'm not Dr. Drioche. I
Would
won't
you
do that.
Would you, Dr. Berger?
Yeah, I got a couple places in mind I could circle.
Oh, great. All right.
I was hoping he'd say like, "Oh, you're perfect," but I guess this is the kind of thing that people come to Dr. B for is like really
Honest critiques.
Honest critiques.
Tough love.
Yeah, so that's what's going on. What about you, Liz? You did your ancient spring rites.
Yeah, we could talk about that never. But I was up a while because since I was away from the Cat Army, they got up to all kinds of mischief, and were really keeping me up last night.
Oh, they were. Well, they missed you.
They did miss me, and I don't know who they were blanketing with their furs.
Well, what's all that? I'm seeing lots of scratch marks around your
Armpits?
and were they trying to nurse on you or what? What's going on?
Yeah, they always try that. There's nothing there. I mean, if they suck long enough, probably it would kick in some sort of lactation, but it's not. It's human milk. It's not going to be cat milk, right?
Right.
So that
well, maybe we should
won't
put
care for
out
that
like
probably.
some saucers of milk because that looks like I don't want that to get infected.
I'm putting stuff on it.
Okay.
Putting aloe on it.
All right.
But that's also I did. There was in the cave. There was a ton of agave and different sort of spiny plant succulents that don't need a lot of sun. And so I, on the third day when you're kind of like mentally not all there, I started like popping around like a pinball in that cave.
Yeah.
And scraping around.
It feels like you put yourself in solitary confinement.
I do it every year.
Okay,
Yeah, I
and
just
then you
need to
feel
know
like
that
it's
I
a
can do
rebirth,
it.
and it's a rebirth
Yeah, it's
for
like
you.
POW kind of PTSD sort of situation.
Got it.
Yep. Hot topics for you, fella.
Well, I'm changing my approach to dating. That's
Okay.
the big new one.
I'm so
you're
surprised to hear you're
single?
single. And
Yes.
he's a ginger.
Okay.
So that's an extra challenge for you.
It's
Why would
been
that
tough.
be a challenge? People
Well,
don't want to ginge?
Well, listen.
Depends where you are.
You got to take, that's something
In
to
Japan.
take
One
One
of
of
on.
my favorite drag
It's
queens,
In Japan,
Ginger Minge.
Huge.
you'd be swimming in it in Japanese pussy. But you, in here, not so
Not
much.
as popular in the States.
Not
Right,
as popular
right.
in the States. So what is your new approach to it? What were you doing before and what are you trying now?
Well, my approach before was similar to how I test for my program.
Okay.
So I would send
10
them
questions?
like a passage from a work of literature, and then I'd sort of ask for
Comprehensive
themes. Yeah, sort
questions?
So
of
they
comprehensive questions.
like you would get on like an SAT or something.
Yes.
So like a passage from what, like Great Expectations.
Exactly.
And then you need to talk about Pip's motives or
Yeah, I'm
what Miss
curious,
Havisham is up to.
Can you pick up on the themes and some specific things, just like what color was Pip's pants, if that was something in the passage?
Oh,
Just
wow.
What do you remember?
Details.
A lot of details.
And how many responses were you getting from women? This is people you saw on Tinder, and then you would
Yes.
follow up with this?
I would message them with the question, and a lot of times they'd be sort of confused or just not respond at all.
Angry?
Uh,
Some anger?
Some, no, not really. I didn't get a lot of
Feeling
anger.
judged?
Some people sort of intrigued. A lot of people like a challenge.
Right. Did
So
people
what's
think
your-
you were making like it was a bit maybe?
A lot of people just, wrote LOL.
Haha, LOL.
right.
And then you said, no, but
But
seriously.
seriously, what are the themes?
What are
Well,
the
I would
themes?
imagine for a gentleman like you, when someone writes back LOL, that's an automatic disqualification.
Automatic. You should be able to express yourself with words.
Right.
Right.
So not LOL, but literally
out loud.
I am laughing out loud would have been
liquid.
acceptable.
I thought it was literally out liquid.
Laughing out liquid?
Liquid.
Literally out liquid.
Like
Like
you've
you're
drunk
spitting?
some water and then it's a spit take?
no, like
Laughing
literally
out liquid? You
not-
really thought
no,
that's what it
literally,
was?
Literally out liquid. No, that's not it.
What do you mean out liquid?
Oh, so there's no laughing. It's literally out liquid is the, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I guess I was wrong.
What does laugh? What are you talking about? Like
LOL. That's what I always
laughing?
No, just literally out liquid. No laughing.
I don't understand why this is so confusing.
I mean, do you
Literally.
think someone's taking a drink
What's
and they're
your,
laughing so hard they're
so what's
spitting?
what's your
No,
new
I wanna know
approach?
what you're talking
What's
about?
your new approach?
My new approach is I just give one of my answers and I see what that.
like a Jeopardy.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah. What is
the wedding dress?
No, you
Family.
give,
What
you give
is
the
like
answer, and then they have to
man
answer.
versus nature? And then they respond with maybe a book that represents that.
Interesting.
and
It
has
sounds
it-
like it's not that different
no,
of an
actually,
approach.
I think it's
Still
actually
from
more
your-
complicated.
From your
Really?
judgy pedestal.
Interesting. Well, yeah, it's gotten different sorts of responses. Because if you just message a woman, man versus nature, it's a little bit more open-ended. than
For
like getting
sure.
a question.
I thought you meant like I'm open to my friends setting me up, or I'm hitting a bunch of karaoke nights, or I'm heading to hit the hobo rails, you know?
I'm going to dye my hair.
But I do want to give a little of my authentic self. Like, I could say that I want to do karaoke, but I know that I don't want to do the kind of karaoke most people would want to do.
What kind of karaoke would you like to do?
Are you a virgin, Dr. Berger?
I don't know if that's a question I should be answering
I
from
think
a
it's
student.
actually really important, though. I think it's important. And also, you're not technically a teacher
Have
here.
you ever been married or in a relationship with anyone other
The
than your
fact
mother?
that you didn't answer me has my answer.
All right,
never
we're going to break.
had sex with an American.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
What do you mean? It means he's only had sex with someone who's not American.
And now he's just like judging, like looking down on his nose. All right, well,
you got those street smarts and he's got those brain smarts, you know?
all right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. And please tune back in if you want to hear what foreign person Dr. Berger has put the tip of his red penis into.
Why? What's up, Wobsters?
Hey, Wompsters, we all know Hello from the Magic Tavern, the Earwolf show about Arnie, a man who fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King. Happens every day.
Well, in a magical world full of shape-shifting badgers and talking flowers, they don't play Dungeons and Dragons. They play Offices and Bosses.
Offices and Bosses is a limited series from Hello from the Magic Tavern, and it is back with a new batch of episodes, and you can only hear it on Stitcher Premium. Check it out for free. Start a free 1-month trial at StitcherPremium.com/magic and use the promo code WOMP, WOMP.
That's StitcherPremium.com/magic and the code WOMP.
Welcome back to Womp It Up.
I'm going to wager it was someone in Africa.
It's one of the continents.
Every continent except
I feel
for...
like it's like fucking dating Alex Trebek. If you went on a date with this guy, he's going to just, just pepper you with questions.
Some people like Alex Trebek.
A lot of people like him.
You think he gets a lot of tang?
Oh,
Yes.
so much
You
tang.
think?
So much
Why do you
tang.
think? Because he's in
Old
control.
school tang, young tang, nerd tang,
Confident, handsome.
perm tang, all kinds of tang. Yeah.
Interesting. Why do you think so? Because he's sort of like your daddy. That has the
Women
key to
love a confident man.
Yeah, and you think he has to be confident to maintain,
Yes.
he's the captain of that ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alex Trebek shows up and gives 4 to 6% like everybody's going down.
Right.
People are getting money that shouldn't. You know, the Daily Double's getting announced when it shouldn't be.
Right.
You know, we show up, give 4 to 6%. Who the fuck gives a shit, right?
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm just saying, you need confidence.
Oh, I see
Yes.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
If Alex Trebek showed up running on 4 to 6% at
Everything
his
would
show,
go crazy.
things would not end well.
No, they wouldn't.
But here,
We can do whatever.
it's expected.
It's expected, and
Yes.
it doesn't matter.
Right.
Well, all right. So we were just doing some hot topics.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to delve more into your personal life because there's a screen here. There's
Again,
a.
I'm gonna guess for Africa.
Did you spend any time in Africa?
I have spent some time
Peace
in
Corps?
Africa.
You did the Peace Corps?
I did an education program of my own design. I set up a website and people signed up for it, and I would teach English as a second language all over the world.
Wow.
Okay, so it could have been anywhere.
So none of these people that you had sex with were students,
No, there'd be people I'd meet on the street.
just on the street, and then
Or
just
like
push into
literary
an alley.
happenings,
Literary happenings.
Right.
Okay.
which are bigger outside of the United
How long
States.
have
In
you
the United-
been in the United States?
I was at South Bend for about a month. And then before that, I was in
month?
Nigeria. So I guess like a month and a week. 5
And
weeks.
were you born here, or were you born abroad?
My mother traveled a lot, so I was born here, but have lived all over the world.
Your mother's a stewardess, yes?
She is a literary
She's a-
professor.
Yeah.
Literature
Oh, a
professor.
classics professor. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
we were
she
just
does-
guessing. Did she also?
She spent a year as
She's a
a
steward
flight
of-
attendant for research.
Oh.
Got it. That's why, because I had heard that Gwyneth Paltrow movie, View from the Top, was that was optioned, right, from one of
Yes.
the books, early books of your mom's.
They sort of
Is that
butchered
right?
it, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Wow.
That was her experience. So she's more of a classics professor and also a social anthropologist.
Yes.
Got it.
She does. She dabbles with a lot. She's got a very curious
Is she
mind.
still alive?
Still alive, still teaching.
And what does she think about you?
Well, she's not shy about the fact that I've disappointed her in a lot of ways.
Oh God. That's
And
tough.
she has references that will just cut you because she's very well read.
Like what? Like what would
Like
she
she'll
say
make
if
a
she's
quote
Some of them I won't even know, but it'll be like she'll
in other languages even?
could be like it could be she'll refer to this Chinese opera and be you're such a Poe. And I won't know exactly what that means, but she'll get a little
Then you'll
grin.
have to go Google it? Or
Yeah, if it's even on Google, a lot of things.
Sometimes you got to go
are
into
not
a
Googleable.
microfiche or
Yeah.
to the Library of Congress.
Yes.
That's tough
Boy, that's
stuff.
tough. So Thanksgiving at your table is tough.
It's
because
if
you're an
she
only
even
child.
shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, God, if she even shows up, that's tough.
Wow.
Well, listen. We're glad you're here,
I'm glad to be here.
and I think Marina Del Rey's dating scene is gonna. We got to loosen you up a bit.
I'm
I'd love
open
to get a queer
to
eye
tips.
for the straight guy type of makeover for this guy.
Really? What
Yeah.
I'm wearing isn't something.
Well, you're
that-
in all shades of brown, different
Yeah.
shades of brown,
Right.
and with your red hair,
I think, too, it's like the Farrah Fawcettness of your hair because it's quite long.
Yeah.
And there's
Sort of feathered.
back. And I think that might be an out of time. It's not
Interesting.
like a Kings of Leon exciting kind of throwback.
right.
It makes
Wow.
me feel like afraid of you in sort of like a
Because again, in
lion way.
Nigeria, this was a crowd pleaser.
Right. Well, you wanted to show who you were on the exterior.
Mm-hmm.
So you were sort of peacocking it, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And now, less is more here, right?
Interesting.
Less is more.
Interesting.
Less is more.
Well, because I'd heard brown is sort of a hard thing to match with. So I was like, well, brown with other shades of brown
Yeah.
felt like an academic approach to it.
Just
Sure.
you look like a burnt sienna crayon to me. You know what I mean? And nobody's reaching for that in the box.
No.
Nobody wants that.
No, we
So
just
what if I was like different shades of blue or
Great. Anything other than
Reds.
this brown.
or
it's really,
I'd love to see you in an OP tank top,
yeah, something
What kind
in
of
a
tank top?
OP.
what? I'm not,
Ocean Pacific.
Yeah, like something in
sure.
a something. I have a couple tank tops I could drop off for you. I'd love to
don't
do that.
feel like a tank top guy.
I don't know.
You're
Let's see.
definitely not. But
Okay.
you live in Marina Del Rey now.
Right.
gotta start
do as the
living that-
locals do.
Yes, like you did in Nigeria.
Yeah. Well,
Did you wear all brown polyester pantsuits in Nigeria?
with the
Must have been
flowing
really
hair.
hot.
I mean, in every sense.
Why'd you leave there?
I guess I wanted a new adventure. I was ready.
Can I ask you a question? Was what brought you to Nigeria one of those emails that said, that you needed to transfer certain money into a bank account?
Originally,
That you
yeah,
were gonna
there was
be-
a prince.
There was a
who
prince.
had a lot of money and but was in a sort of tricky situation where he needed some bank information to move some things around,
Right. And
and it worked out for me.
You found the guy?
I found the guy.
He
It
was
was
a
a
real prince.
legitimate-
He was
email.
legit, yeah. And
Like a coming to America type of thing?
yeah, sort of like a coming to America kind of thing, where his father.
Glad you know that reference.
Oh yeah. Well, I was home alone for a
Right,
lot of the
right.
day, so it was
Right.
either reading Aristotle or turning on
Home Alone.
HBO. Yeah.
Yeah. So you went there, you found the prince.
Found the prince.
Lived
he
with
was
him?
Great. Lived with him. Taught some English as a second language outside, which is hard to do in Nigeria because almost everyone I met spoke English.
Wow.
Oh, so you had to find
Supply
the
and
few
demand.
tribes.
Very few, like older people. Mhm.
And so what made you leave? You just really felt like your time was up there?
Yeah, and the prince had gotten married, and so it was a thing where I was like the roommate who was still in the palace while he's married now. And
That's
it's sort
tough.
of a weird situation.
Wow.
That's tough. Wow.
You got kicked
Yeah.
to the curb.
Yeah.
Do you like his
I-
wife, his new wife?
A lot of times, I'd be trying to make conversation. The three of us would have most of our meals together.
Right.
And I would ask her like a really simple reading
Basic
comprehension question.
Do you ever just try to have conversations with people? Because you're doing pretty great with us. I feel like,
Really?
to be honest,
Yeah, you a lot of interesting things. That would be a great first date conversation.
Yeah.
Those emails you think are a scam. I actually found that Prince. That's a great opener.
that is a great
That
starter.
feels like such a boring
No,
conversation.
that's
No.
interesting.
Your every day is incredibly interesting.
Incredibly.
If you came at me and said, hey, man versus nature,
Right.
that I would feel like I was being put on the spot and
Right.
immediately judged. But if you say, hey,
You say, hey, that
crazy
movie? That
story.
movie, View from the Top? My mom. That's based on my mom's real year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's against every instinct I have
No,
as
you
far
got
as
to.
like what is interesting.
well, what your instincts are wrong.
Okay.
That's something
interesting.
I'm
That's
learning
one of the things. It's
in the
funny,
Stars
I say
Academy.
that all the time
Yeah.
when I'm working with kids. But maybe I needed that same advice for myself.
Well, that's what you're going to learn from these kids here at Marina Del Rey is that their instincts are almost always right,
Yeah.
Really?
except for this one.
And most of the
Because
time, they're
the
wrong.
ones that I've interviewed have been disappointing.
Yeah, as far as instincts go,
It's everything.
well,
Just
as far as reading comprehension, sure,
very much so.
right. But you ask them something like, "What happens if a shark comes at you?"
They punch it in the
That's one of
nose.
the
Yeah,
things they know. Wow.
the
Punch
answer
it
to
in the
that.
nose.
Survival techniques.
Yeah.
I guess,
Street
there's
smarts.
different kinds of intelligence.
Yeah, we did
Oh,
a shark.
interesting.
We did a Shark Week. Not to brag.
Yeah.
At the Stars Academy.
Yeah.
That
Like
involved.
like the Discovery Channel's Shark Week?
That's
Yeah.
right. And you put me in a cage.
Yeah.
That you had made. It was actually just like
PVC pipe.
yeah, PVC pipe.
Oh, wow.
Very, very big gaps in between
Yep,
it.
yep.
And you lowered me down in, put some chum in the water, and I had to punch a bunch of sharks in the nose.
Yeah.
And
That's
now,
amazing that you survived that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they took one look at my size, and they can't take that on.
Right.
They
You
could
know what I
take
mean?
that on.
What
They
kind of
attack
sharks?
Killer whales.
These
etc.
are like great whites or
Nurse sharks.
nurse sharks.
Nurse
I'm not
sharks.
familiar with that.
Yeah, it's different nurse sharks, and
Seems gentle. Like by the name, it sounds nurturing.
they actually weren't coming at me.
Okay.
If they were swimming by,
You just hit them.
I would make,
Mm-hmm.
I would lure them to me with some fresh fish that they
And then
wanted,
give 'em
and
a
then
pop
punch,
in the
give them a
nose.
pop
Okay.
in the nose.
Yeah.
That was just a practice.
And this was like an education
Yeah.
exercise?
yeah, that was a whole
Next
week.
week we're going to do the great whites. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a big jump, I think.
From nurse
might-
shark? You didn't even know what a nurse shark was,
Well,
man.
the way you've described it, it feels like maybe you go to like tiger shark next.
All right, we'll do that.
Fine.
You want to come?
How do you control if you're just putting like chum into the water, which shark shows up?
Because this
'Cause
one
it's
can
specific chum.
Yeah, and also this one
Different
can,
sharks like
can
different
do
chum.
echolocation.
Oh my God.
Yeah, which dolphins have.
Yeah.
Right.
So
There you go.
Do sharks have it too?
I don't think so.
Okay.
at any rate, that's just something we did. But again, take notes.
Yeah, whatever.
If you want
whatever
to
we
take,
talk about, if you want to
if you
adopt
want to
any
take,
of it,
we're
I mean,
happy.
once you
I'm
start
open to it. I've had
Are
a
you good?
lonely week here.
are you on a salary?
I'm-
Currently getting paid without any students on your roster?
I don't have a salary. The system that they worked up is sort of like if I
Commission?
work is a commission. So sort of like,
Like
if I
if you
worked
worked
at a
at
car
Club
dealership.
Monaco
Yep,
or-
exactly Club Monaco.
How many sweaters you sell is going to be an extra
Do
bonus
they
at
only
the
get
end.
commission, or is that just general retail?
I think it's just extra. You get extra if you sell a bunch of sweaters.
Oh, those sweaters are real lumpy.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So you really got to get some people in there.
Well, it's actually interesting how my commission works because it's not. You would think it would be every kid I get in,
Yeah.
I get commission.
Yeah.
It's actually every kid I reject because they're really into the exclusivity thing.
I see.
So if I
got
get
it.
20 kids in my office, I reject all of them. That's
Then
$15 per kid.
That's not a lot of money to live on, though, right?
No, the prince still takes care of me.
Interesting.
So money's not
You
a big.
got income coming from a prince. Got it.
Because he was like, it's funny, like when I emailed him back and started getting communication, he's like, I've sent these emails out for
Nobody's
years,
responded.
and no one would trust me.
Wow.
And he's like,
this
it
is like
feels
a fairy
so
tale.
good to be trusted for the first
Wow.
time.
You know what?
The
I
opposite
bet
of
that's
a
how
crying wolf situation.
That's right. I bet this is how Prince Harry felt, right? Finally finds Meghan Markle. I've become obsessed with Googling about them, right? Because that's my dream. Someone plucks me out of Marina Del Rey and I don't have
Right.
to worry about it.
Right.
I'm getting hair and makeup. I'm just shaking a few hands and not eating shellfish, and I'm set up for the rest of my life.
Right. Why aren't you eating shellfish?
Can't eat shellfish if you marry into the royal family. You know that. You weren't able to do that, right? Because
No.
it could poison you.
Well, he's not married into the royal family.
Well, he
was
was.
very close
It was
to-
What do you
close
mean it
to
could poison you?
You're not allowed. If you become Prince Harry, when Meghan Markle marries Prince Harry, she is no longer allowed to eat shellfish.
That doesn't make any kind of sense.
It's true. Google it.
Why?
Because you're more likely to get food poisoning from shellfish. So they're
And
not
die?
allowed. Yes.
When was the last time somebody died from eating shrimps?
Exactly. I don't know.
Very similar to eating kosher.
Also, who cares if
Exactly.
she dies? He's the one that matters.
You got everybody's in the chain of command there.
Well, that's a real shit show.
It is.
You
She
never
gets-
get to have shrimps anymore.
No. And not sushi or anything. But I'd give that up.
What
But
about
anyway,
a shrimp salad?
Stop saying shrimp. There's an I in shrimps. Shrimp. You're saying shrimp. It's
I'm not.
shrimp.
I'm not saying shrimps.
Say it. Say it.
If you like ground up shrimps and put them in with some mayonnaise, you gotta get yourself a real nice shrimp salad.
It's shrimp.
Shrimp.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you're not.
You try. You say it.
It's
Shrimp.
shrimp.
it's
No, you're not saying it the way
Yes.
we're saying it.
I'm not gonna say shrimp. Like you.
That's
guys.
how we say it.
That's how it sounds like when you say shrimp. It's not it at all. It's shrimp.
all right.
Okay.
We digress.
Shrimps.
All right.
plural.
I don't know where we are in this podcast.
Well, we have to do what's cheesing you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I tell you what's cheesing me.
What?
Put some shrimps on it. Okay. Do you know about this segment? Mm-hmm. So you just
I've sort of crammed for this.
you have well
the
done.
first person who's come on this podcast who's actually listened to it.
That's true.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Now we'll get maybe some more Bonobos ads. I hope. Fingers crossed.
What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you?
Oh, God.
What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What was the shrimps?
God.
All right, so I'll tell you what's cheesing me.
Please.
Not letting people have shrimps.
Don't use
crazy.
this as a...
New thing.
Well, it was gonna be my cat's keeping me up, but
You're already
actually,
really
you know what it
counting
was gonna be?
What?
Was this is hilarious, but it was a pain in my ass. There was a team of hikers out in the hills, the mountain range where I was holed up in the cave,
Right, in your caves.
reenacting the 3 days, and they just kept tapping. They just
Is that
kept
right?
tip tapping on
Well, they
there.
probably wanted to...
Well, they
to
could see
if you
footprints
were
had gone
okay.
in there, right? And then, and I was like, dudes, let it go, you know?
Well, they really probably... And
Because
then
sometimes I would be in a deep slumber, or
Right.
sometimes I would be in the middle of like singing a soundtrack through, or something like
did
that.
a Saint Bernard come by? Did they employ any? Did they call any
No.
rescue people or no? They just wanted to see.
Then
are
I
you
found
okay?
out there were a bunch of Instagram stories with the hashtag of where I was
Oh.
that had been like, hey, somebody's in here. Let's see
Right.
what's in.
That's how they reported it?
Yeah.
It's
through
just through
Instagram.
Instagram.
It was a bunch of millennials.
Wow.
Like if you know what I mean.
Call 911.
Just put on a pair of shorts and walk around. That's not exercise.
No. No.
Got to get dirty. Got to get under some barbed wire. You know.
Right. Right. God. So
Gotta
they
get
really
some survival
disturbed.
techniques.
They disturbed your sleep.
They
is What you're
did.
saying.
They did because I go. You know, for those 3 days, I go to be alone. Like you said, I put myself
do this
in
every year.
solitary
Okay.
every year. Yeah.
Was this in Griffith Park?
No, it was in Griffith Park.
Are you sure?
I went further away than Griffith Park.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure this wasn't like a well-traveled area.
It's
in
the
which
Santa
case,
Monica Mountains.
okay. All right.
Okay.
Just because
What?
they're just trying to make sure you're alive. That's all.
Why? Why do they care?
Well, because
go
that's-
about your own business. You
All
know.
right. Well, that's how we are as humans. We're
Naturally empathetic.
yeah, naturally empathetic. That's right.
Are we?
Yes.
That's part of it.
yes, because
I think sometimes that's learned. That's
No.
taught. Man versus nature. Nurture versus nature. Right?
Ooh.
maybe
Yeah.
you two are a fit.
LOL.
Laugh out liquid.
Literally.
out liquid.
Okay.
Oh, now I see.
Get it?
You thought it was literally out liquid.
Yeah.
Not, okay, I got it. I got it.
What's cheesing you, Marissa?
What's cheesing me, you know what, is Instagram. Because I have a hard time on the holidays. Everybody knows that.
Yes.
And part of that is everybody's tweeting like, a great day with these little bunnies. And everyone's doing like an Easter egg hunt with their perfect family,
yeah.
you know, and here I am just in my Harry Potter closet, you know, mowing down on a bunch of Smarties and just falling into a diabetic slumber. So
you got. Those are off-brand Smarties because you got them out of the back of a van.
Off-brand, exactly. Smeaties is what they were called.
Smeaties?
Yeah.
I don't know why that got me.
It's not funny.
Smeaties.
As I said, 4 to 6%. So at any rate, I wish we could shut down. I think social media is really, really the cause of a lot of my deep depression.
And anxiety.
Yeah.
Because you think that, now let me clue you in.
Panic.
Let me clue you in on
Please.
it. Okay? Because I could hear the conversation that those millennials were having outside of my cave.
Yeah.
And it was vapid.
No, they're having the time of their lives.
No, there was nothing happening. It is false fun. It is false life. It is false everything. It's a projection to the rest of the world. I got my shit together and I look beautiful and I'm in
beautiful lattes. You know, where's my latte?
Well, you could go get a latte.
Where's my Sunday fun day? You know what I mean?
That's just a filter. That's just a sticker that you put right on there. You
I
know
don't
what?
know,
Next
man.
week we're going to do a whole section on Instagram stories.
Or how about rolling into Sunday like this fucking, you know, chocolate pie. If I did my real Instagram, it would just be like my, you know, infected toenail rolling into Sunday like, do I have a staph infection?
Yeah.
You know? But seriously, I need you to take a look at it.
I will. I'll pull it off.
Please.
I'll pull
so
it right
anyway,
out.
that's Instagram. I think it's social media. We got to do away with it. I might get off altogether.
You should disengage.
Yeah. What's cheesing you, Dr. Berger?
Well, this is also related to dating.
Okay.
So I heard there was a trivia night at this bar called Captain Jack's.
Oh, I love Captain Jack's.
That's a gay bar. Lot
Really?
of glory holes.
Captain Jack's is a gay bar.
What did you think
Were
all
there
those
women
holes
there?
were in the male bathroom?
Were there women there that
was-
weren't with other women? A lot of man teams?
Honestly, I was so focused on the trivia that was happening.
Oh.
I wasn't totally,
Did you
paying
stick
attention.
your dick in any holes?
Okay. What happened with the trivia?
Well, I had a lot of problems. Do you know Brian, who runs it?
Yes. He's a classic bear.
Oh, I love that guy.
So
Classic bear
Yeah.
in the gay community.
I felt like I gave him pretty constructive advice on maybe how he could run his trivia night a little bit more academically.
Sure.
And he was like very dismissive.
Were a lot of the answers puns?
Well, it was a lot of like TV theme song. That was like a big section
of Golden
the night.
Girls.
A lot of Golden Girls.
Designing women.
And it's like, is that really trivia?
Yeah, I mean, it is trivial, right? That
Is this trivial night? That was one thing I said.
Oh.
Is it trivial night? Because then you're succeeding.
And what did Brian do?
He sort of he was like, hey, do you want a free like drink voucher? And he was really just trying to get me out of his hair, I could tell.
Right.
Right. When he has
And-
such beautiful long hair. And you were also petitioning for him to close up those holes?
Yeah. Well, I just it's like when you go to the bathroom, you don't want
People peeping
see.
at you.
Yeah.
3-inch hole
3 inches.
Wait.
around.
Oh,
Oh, whoa.
okay.
That's like the size of a mini Coke can.
3. I thought you were saying it was the diameter. Is the diameter?
The
or
diameter
radius?
is 3 inches.
That's right.
Wow, that's a real thick. That's a thick hole. No.
I mean,
And you were.
I assumed it was like a
petition-
ventilation thing, but unnecessary.
So
Still,
you
there's vents
petitioned to
above
put
us.
those.
Now, I would think at a gay bar, you would clean house.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, maybe
Not trivial wise.
honestly, a lot of things are starting to click in place because more than one guy wanted to join my trivia team, and I'm a one guy trivia team.
Oh, but
I
it's
see.
a team.
So you were actually playing hard to get at Captain
guess so.
Jack's.
I guess so.
And that was working for you because you had a lot of suitors knocking.
Yeah, but again, none of the women.
Right.
But
right.
again,
Well,
I mean,
because now you know they
Captain
were all
Jack's is a gay bar.
lesbians. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you go into a bar
Mm-hmm.
and you're seeing mostly men, what is that going to tell you next time? Life
Context
experience,
clues, context clues.
I guess that makes sense. And
What is
And
your
if somebody's
comprehension
sticking
of
a
the
dick through a
situation?
hole,
Thank
You know?
if
Right.
somebody's sticking in their dick through a hole,
Did you see any penises?
Yeah, well, I was using the bathroom,
Right.
and suddenly a penis sort of leaned in through the hole,
Right.
and I was like, not a urinal,
Not a Sharon
not a urinal,
Sandberg kind of thing.
no, it was not lean in the empowering women at work kind of way,
Yeah.
and
So a penis came through the hole, and
someone
you
thought that hole must have been a urinal. I am
No,
assuming.
right. But
Right.
context clues.
Right.
Have you ever been in a stall and with when a naked dick comes through a hole? That's the first time that it ever happened to you. So what
Right.
that's telling your brain is, this is something different.
Well, it wasn't the first time that's happened.
You know what? I will say though, in some cases, his naivete for street smarts and the context clues that the world is giving to him have benefited him, because most of us would have said no to a Nigerian prince emailing us.
That's
But
right. And look, he was sitting pretty for 10 years.
into that, and then now has a nest egg coming into
That's
his
right.
bank account from offshore
Right.
accounts.
Right. And that's not
He's
taxable.
very generous. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gifts up to $28,000.
Got it.
Not taxable.
Not taxable.
Per year.
Right. All right.
year. Per
year.
Well, listen. Hey, the school of life, right? Let's be a student of the school of life from now
Okay.
on. And if you ever need to text us, I'm going to give you my personal cell phone.
Okay.
I want you to text us, hey, there's a dick coming at me through this hole. What do you guys, what do you think this is? Because you've been in Nigeria
Thank
for a
you.
long time, and obviously raised
Yeah.
much like a wolf, alone.
Academic wolf.
An academic wolf. That's
Yeah.
right. Hey, that's a nice idea for a handle for you on Twitter, academic
Ooh.
wolf.
Is that something women would be into?
Yeah, yeah. Make the most of your red beard, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't mind that.
Anyway, all right, something to think about.
We should go to a break.
All right, let's go to a break, and when we come back, Listeners Love Lockdown, we're gonna have
Yes.
time for that.
We got some doozies.
Oh, I can't wait! And then a spotlight on our academic wolf, and we're gonna put your picture up and see if anybody wants a date. Maybe we'll do a contest. Win a date with Dr. Maximillian Berger III. Womp it up. Hey, Wompsters.
What's up? Hashtag turn around.
We need to get the word out there about the movement that is Womp It Up. And the best way to do that is to go over to podswag.com and purchase some merch.
Yeah, we got new t-shirts. On the front, it says Womp It Up. On the back, it says turn around.
We got a baby onesie that's going to keep your baby looking hot and fresh.
On a play date, your baby knows what's up.
Yep. And we got coffee mugs.
That's right.
So head on over to podswag.com
/Womp.
and pick up something hot and fresh today for you or your loved one. And remember to Womp It Up.
We're coming right back into Listeners Love Lockdown. We've got one special question for today.
Ooh, I can't wait.
It's going to be a good one, a real doozy, and I can't wait to hear what you say about this,
Yeah.
because this is going to be a real hopeful situation for you to look at, okay? All right, I don't know if you guys remember this, but on Valentine's Day, we got an email.
No.
Yes.
No, what?
On Valentine's Day, we got an email from a young woman in Arlington, Virginia. All right?
They found each other.
She passed a gentleman on the street, and she
I can't believe this.
was into him. Leather pants, Chuck Taylor's. So she said, what's up with you? And he said, I'm womping
She
it up.
said, what are you listening
She
to?
said,
or
hearing
something?
anything good? He said, I'm womping it up, and then continued to walk. She was too stunned to reply, but then she wanted to reach out to him and put it out there that she wanted to reconnect. This was a missed opportunity, right?
So
As
we
they say.
said, email us.
Yes.
If you're listening, Leather Pants Converse,
Yes.
Chuck Taylor's, email us and we'll put you guys together. Okay, all right, go.
I heard your Listeners Love Lockdown
my God.
segment, because this was on a special segment. It wasn't on the show, the program.
Now that's
if you're
behind a paywall.
That's behind a paywall.
You
So-
got to pay for
So
that.
this guy's a true fan. And if you haven't heard these special segments, I heard they were actually not working for a little bit, but we got them back up and running.
That's great
and you
news.
get a free year or something, or month
You
or
sure
something.
do.
It's only $4.99. Anyway, this advice, you got to have
It could change your life. Stitch your premium.
Literally.
Go for it.
My name is Jack, and I believe I am, quote, the the Leatherman of Arlington, Virginia.
Oh my God.
Okay?
Jack.
He
I
has
love Jack.
attached-
That's hot as shit.
He has attached photos of him.
What?
Okay? At the corner that she said, I am single and I'd love to meet combat boots, even if we only discuss how awful and up its own butthole Arlington is. I'm proud to be a hashtag fuck yes life living wompster.
What?
And chatting with fellow fans always feels like finding an oasis in a desert storm.
I can't believe that.
All of us
This
are a
is Sleepless in
special breed
Seattle.
of awesome. Please feel free to share this email and my email address with Combat Boots. So we will be doing that.
Oh, this is
connecting
exciting.
these two,
Beautiful.
and we want to know updates. We want to know follow through.
And we have said, and we will stand by this, if you two end up dating and getting married,
We will come to the wedding.
and we will officiate the wedding. We will officiate the wedding. I'm serious about that.
We'll make it happen.
We will
Whatever's
make
going
it
on
happen.
in our Marina Del Rey lives.
We will make it happen. This is exciting.
Okay.
This is giving me life.
So I want you to hear that. Okay?
It was.
If you open yourself up to what you want and what you love, truly, don't think about how they're judging you. Look at the
Don't
context
judge them.
clues around you,
Oh,
friend.
Yeah.
Because dreams can come true.
They
what are
can
the
come true.
chances?
They can
I
come
would have
true.
so much anxiety.
Why? What would
Because
make
all
you
she
anxious?
really knows about him is what he's wearing. She doesn't know anything about what he's reading.
Yes,
No,
she does.
She
She knows what he's listening
this
to.
podcast.
But is he reading
No, who cares?
literature?
He's
would
living
make me
life.
nervous. Ugh.
What? No.
Have you sought lovers in the library, friend?
Is that a
If that's your only quote, if that's your
is
only
that a website?
Lovers in the library?
Probably it is.
You should start
Probably.
I would. That sounds like
It
something I'd be
probably
really
is.
a
into.
book group, something like that.
I've been kicked out of a couple book groups just because some of the selections are just beneath everyone.
Dr. Berger, listen to me right here and now. This is two people who are bonding over a shared interest. Okay,
Yes.
that's a great way. They're going after their passions. Okay,
Yes.
let yourself be open to loving another person.
Yes.
Let's say who loves literature like you do.
Okay,
Okay, they're not going to be your mom.
I hope not. There was a story where I thought I'd fallen in love with someone, and it turns out it was my mom just catfishing me just to see how far I'd get.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Dr. Berger, that is so.
I exchanged emails with this woman for 2.5 years.
And it was your mom.
It was every reference she made was so insightful, and you could tell she was well read. And I was like, I found her.
And tell me what happened when you
Are you
when
sure
you
she
agreed
was
to meet
catfishing you
when you
and it
agreed to
wasn't
meet
her
hold on
looking
a
for
second
love?
when you agreed to meet where was it?
It was at a bookstore. It was this little bookstore in Paris. She's like,
You flew to Paris.
to Paris, that's where she said she lived. And she's like, meet me in the travel section. And then I saw my mom there.
This is so upsetting.
What if your mom was just coincidentally there and it was another
She was
woman?
laughing.
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
Did she ever know
awful
that you were
woman.
there? Did she ever see you?
Did my mom? Yeah,
Yeah.
she was laughing as she saw me come into the travel section.
Okay, listen to me. This woman is a sociopath and a narcissist, and you need to get her out of your life.
She published a book about the whole experience.
You were a social
I
experiment?
was a social experiment.
Okay, listen to me. I want you to not return this woman's calls. You're done with
My own
her.
mom?
Your own mother. That's not right.
I don't know if I can do that.
Hey, she almost ruined Gwyneth Paltrow's career. Okay? And
Well-
now she's almost ruined your life. So you need to get out of that abusive situation and you need to open yourself up to
right.
people who are going to love you because
right.
that is a psychotic person.
Okay.
Okay? You don't deserve that. You deserve love. I'm
think
sorry I
somebody-
said that about a ginger.
Just got into the gifted and talented program.
Who? He did?
You.
What do you mean?
Because your insights are just next level.
Pretty good.
Hey, guess what? There's only one gifted and talented program I want to be in, and that's with you, Whistler.
Oh my God. That's actually good for me because I get $15 if I don't put you into mine.
That's not a lot of money, man.
Well, a heads up. It's not taxed.
Again, he's making so
I get
much.
paid in cash.
$28,000 is not that much money either.
What's Madge
live
Buttons
simple.
up to, you know? Is she getting a cut of
she's
this?
such a
We got to
piece
have
of
her
shit.
in.
We
Hey,
will.
I want to thank Dr. Maximillian Berger III for coming and sharing his stories with us. It's a cautionary tale. Sometimes your mom is going to be a psychopathic, narcissistic sociopath, and you need to cut them out of your life.
That's going to handicap you in the love department.
Sometimes that Nigerian prince is exactly who you thought he was.
And that...
I smell a romantic comedy coming to America 2, starring
who?
Andy Garcia.
Who?
As me?
Andy Garcia as you.
Interesting.
He's not a current reference.
Let's just spitball it, okay?
Well, you know, I really was scared about this podcast because I was nervous that you were judging us as you have been judging everyone.
For good reason. He's got walls up for good reasons.
Yeah. But actually...
He shared dick pics with his mom.
If you ever want to come and do garbage runs with us, happy to have you, sir.
You.
Happy to have you.
Happy to have you.
And I'll cut your hair. I got to cut all the cats today, so if you want to get in line, I'll cut that hair right off.
I'm pretty attached to the hair.
We can lots of love it. We can lots of love it.
I'll think about it.
It's 10 inches long. It's got the necessary length.
That's
and it's a gorgeous color.
Said at the glory hole.
Yep. Okay. Thanks everybody for listening. I think we've changed a lot of lives today. I know it's changed mine.
Thanks for joining us. Another Womp It Up.
A trigger warning.
Oh yeah, we
goes
got a
out
live
to
show.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Hey, we got a live show coming
talked
up.
about View from the Top.
We got a live show coming up.
Yes!
Margot in Los Angeles. Buy tickets.
April 16th at 8:30 p.m.
And send us your listeners love lockdowns questions.
Free
Womp Up the
Jersey
Jams
Mike's
with a
sub with every
at
purchase of a
gmail.com.
ticket.
That's not true.
That's right.
Don't promise things you can't follow through on.
All right, XO everybody, and keep womping it up. Did you sent dick pics to your mom? Is that right?
Yeah.
That's tough stuff.
She kept asking.
That's tough stuff.
It's not in the way you look or the things that you say.
My memory is a mess. More and more stuff's coming back. Came here because I was running.
Logan.
Running from myself.
Logan, please.
But I'm not gonna run again.
No. I'm one of the good guys.
Killing is a sin, isn't it? So I'm a sinner. All right.
Marvel and Stitcher present Wolverine: The Long Night. Out now, only on Stitcher Premium. For 1 month free, go to wolverinepodcast.com and use promo code MARVEL.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.
Hey everybody, it's Paul Scheer.
And I'm Amy Nicholson.
And we have a brand new podcast called Unspooled, where we are watching the 100 greatest films of all time.
Voted on by the AFI. We're going to be starting at number 1, Citizen Kane, jumping to number 100 with Ben-Hur, and doing films that we've never even watched before.
And we'll be talking to experts, whether it's a cinematographer or a stuntman. We're going to get behind these movies and figure out what makes them so great. So if you like the way this sounds, why don't you subscribe right now to Unspooled, wherever you listen to your podcast.